Fall is a good time to plant most trees and shrubs. It's also a great time to transplant woody plants too. This is Rhonda Ferree with University of Illinois Extension. I'm moving 2 bayberry shrubs. They are both male plants and don't work in their current space. I'm moving them near a female plant in hopes I'll have berries next year. First I dig my new hole, being sure not to go too deep. I can always take out more once I know how much room the roots will need when it's moved. It's extremely important to plant all trees and shrubs at the same level in the soil at which they were originally growing, no shallower and no deeper. You'll notice that the older plants are taller than the newer one. We used to think that it was best to prune back the top to compensate for roots that may be lost during transplanting. Today there is a mixed opinion about that. Many feel the plant needs as much leaf material as possible in order to photosynthesize and produce food for the new root growth. Thus, I plan to only prune the very long sprawling shoots and leave as much as possible. Now I dig the plant I want to move. I start at the drip line of the plant and work my way around, slowly cutting and rocking my spade back and forth to get as many roots as possible. For larger plants, it helps to dig away from the edge in order to be able to undercut the roots more deeply. In its new location, I again make sure not to plant too deep. Once the bayberry is set into the planting pit, the backfilling should be done by shoveling in and firming the soil around the root ball. I am watering in as I go to get rid of air pockets and ensure the plant is thoroughly watered. I like to end by forming a short water basin around the base of the plant to hold water, allowing it to soak in rather than running off. When watering new trees, make sure that the plant never dries out. Starter fertilizer and mycorrhizae supplements can be added with the first watering after planting. Water new plants thoroughly. Unless we get some timely rains over the next few weeks, I will likely water these plants several times as we enter winter. I measured soil temperatures at 45 to 50 degrees. The roots on these bayberries should initiate new growth up until the soil freezes. Next spring they will be acclimated and ready to grow in the new location. It is also a good idea to mulch newly planted trees and shrubs with shredded hardwood mulch, compost, or coarse peat moss. A 2 or 3 inch mulch is usually sufficient for one season. I'm using a layer of cardboard covered with dry leaves. Next spring I will add new mulch for a more groomed look. You can find more information at our University of Illinois Extension website shown here. Or you can post questions and see other gardening tips at one of my IL River Hort social media sites serving Fulton, Mason, Peoria, and Tazewell counties.